Hi, this is Jess.
And this is Rachel.
Welcome to the
EP 401 IT
Help Desk.
Hi, this is Rachel from the EPC USD 401 Help Desk, and this is a screencast to go along with our fourth training. This is a screencast around how to set up Google Gmail Labs. So, to get started with Labs, what you're going to do is you're going to go over to the cog, and you're going to click on Settings. And once you get there, you'll see that there's a tab that says Labs right here. And what Labs are is they are experimental features that aren't quite ready, like for what they call prime time, which means being just a Gmail feature. So they can change, but generally they stay mostly the same. And they're kind of ways to improve your Gmail functions. So I'm just going to go over a couple of labs, but you can go ahead and look through them on your own to see some additional features that might benefit you. So you'll see that next to each lab, it says enable or disable. Enable means that it's going to show up in your Gmail box. Disable means it won't. So I'm going to show you how to do a couple of them. The first one is keyboard shortcuts. So there's two ways that you can add keyboard shortcuts to your Gmail. The first is through Labs, which I have enabled right here. I'm going to click right there. The second is actually through the General tab up here. There's a keyboard shortcuts. The other one I want to turn on to go over today is canned responses. So I'm going to click enable there. And the last one I want to make sure is enabled is mark as read. The mark as read button. I'm going to click enable there. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom. So unlike most Gmail feature or most Google features, these don't auto save. So you are going to have to save changes right here. Once the changes are saved, I can go back to my main inbox. I'm going to show you how you can use these. So with keyboard shortcuts, what they allow you to do is get to certain functions very quickly. And to get a shortcut list of which shortcuts you can have, you, in your inbox, press Shift and then the question mark. And it'll bring up a whole list of how you can, of different shortcuts you can use. So for example, if I want to be able to bold something, but I don't want to have to go into the file menu, I can highlight whatever it is that I want to bold and just hit Control B. Italics is the same, Control I. So you see this whole list, it actually scrolls down. So there's different actions that the shortcuts can do as well. And they're quite extensive. So what you might want to do is find things that you do a lot, like maybe you send things to print a lot or you compose emails a lot. So you want to just realize that, oh, I can just press a C and it will pop up a compose email. So let me try that. And I press C and it'll pop up the compose email. So what the second feature that you have is actually, I'm going to go back to my compose, is canned responses. So with canned responses, what you're going to do is, this is a feature that you would use if you find yourself sending the same email again and again. So for example, let's say that you're often sending an email to parents about volunteering or about something or about homework. And it's the same general format, but you want to keep that template again and again. So I might say, thank you for your willingness to volunteer. I look forward to meeting you soon, having you help on our field trip. Now, if I want to see that email, if I want to have that email saved so I don't have to write it and come up with the words again and again, what I can do is go to the little down arrow over here where it says more options and click there. You'll see that canned responses is one of the options here. I'm going to go to that, and then I see new canned response. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to enter a name for that. So I might say parent volunteers. Okay, so now it's saved. It should save. Let me make sure. And I see parent volunteers is one of the options. So now if I were to compose right here, I can go back down to the caret. I can go to canned responses, and I can go to where it says insert parent volunteers, and you'll see that it inserts what I just wrote. Obviously, this is helpful anytime you have a long text, or if you wanted to be able to say something, once you have it inserted, you can make edits to it and it won't edit the canned response. So the last feature is mark as read. So this is a pretty simple one. You may find sometimes that you have a lot of unread emails in your mailbox. And what mark as read allows you to do is, instead of having to go to each email and clicking on it and clicking the more actions and saying mark as read, what you can do is select all of the options and then mark all of them as read at the same time. And if you do that, then you save some time. You don't have to go to each individual email and open them. So if you're someone like me who doesn't like to see a lot of unread emails in your mailbox, then sometimes it's nice to just do a bulk action to deal with that all at once. There's a lot more labs that you can check out if you go into your settings tab. There's lots of ways that you can kind of increase your productivity with Gmail. So feel free to check back at that tab. They change and update over time. So it's good to check there every month or two to see if there's any new features that might be helpful for you. That's it. Hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching. You can visit our Google site at tinyurl.com/EP401tech.